Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New York Giants and the Washington football team.
Set to kick off.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run on first down. Gibson.
Antonio Gibson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The line of scrimmage.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Kaepernick now to throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jones. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Giants 7, Washington nothing. Graham Gano
now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The tackle made.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On play action, it's Kaepernick. The ball comes out, but Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Check 55.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick, eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Here we go. Back.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's got this down to the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Kaepernick now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Makes the score.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 65 yards.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Giants 14.
Washington, the lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
To throw is Kaepernick.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. Up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Third down.
Off play action. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. They'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
14.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Hopkins on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. William Jackson with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brought down at the 35.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.